Thanks to my mom, I just saw Avatar: The Way of Water. Is it good? I'm Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button. Also, share with your friends who don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question, or comment in general. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below, and you will be notified when I go live or upload another video. If you want to become a fan of me, Auckland, then subscribe to the channel, and you will become a fan. I hope so. Now, I'm not going to spoil the movie too much because I want people to enjoy this, but I'll give a little bit of stuff. So spoilers ahead for Avatar: The Way of Water. The long-awaited second movie. 13, 14 years since the original Avatar, and we finally got the sequel. My goodness. Crazy. Well, Sigourney Weaver is in the film, pretty much as a new character, and also as Grace, the original character that she played as in the first movie. I don't want to spoil how she's in it too much, but like I said, she's playing as a new character and all that stuff. So that was really cool to see Sigourney Weaver back. I already knew that she was in it, but I just didn't know how. Here's a big spoiler for you. Alright, do you remember the general that was in Avatar 1? The main the main villain in Avatar 1. That horrible general. Well, he's back. Wait a minute. Didn't, Jake and, what's her name, his wife, kill him? True. So how did the general come back? Well, somehow he was able to transfer his mind into an avatar body. So he's back, but also technically not back. He doesn't have his body, but his mind was saved and put into an avatar. And then he had some team members as well. They also put themselves into avatar bodies. So when they came back to Pandora, they were coming back as avatars. So they can be able to adapt to the environment and try to take down Jake the best that they could and be stronger. Jake is chief. His wife, they all had kids and stuff. I can't remember how many that they had, but it was so cool to actually see all that. It was amazing. So the whole plot of the movie is basically about family, love, and protecting them, which is love. Because if you have a family, you want to love them, and you want to protect them because you love them. Let's see. And then some stuff happened. The Sky People came back to attack, and so Jake and his family had to move. And they moved to a new clan. Water people. Water avatars. They swim in the water, they swim with the sea creatures, and they ride on them and stuff. And they have these creatures underneath the water. They're kind of like, not necessarily like jellyfish, but some kind of creature. And they can put it on their backs. And this creature will allow them to breathe under the water, which was really, really cool. That was awesome. And I tell you, the special effects in these movies are amazing. Holy cow, it looks so good. Now, I was not watching this movie in 4K, but wow, it still looked amazing. It still looked impressive to the picture quality. I don't want to go into all the details about that. What I'm trying to say is this movie was gorgeous looking. It looked so good. Oh, man. It's just it looked good. So that's one thing that you can say about this movie. If you don't like the storyline of this film, if you find it kind of boring, at least you can find that the environments and everything is just gorgeous. Oh man. But continue with the story a little bit more. Um, the general has a son. But his son is not bad though. Not really. Uh, being in a situation with your father is being a bad man, and then you have a son who is good, and then your father tries to get you to do and be like him. So it's a situation like that. And the son was hanging out with Jake and his family. He's wearing a mask so he can breathe because he's not an avatar. He's full on human. So they had that situation right there. And I guess the next question you want to know is, well, does the Avatar General die in this film? Do we get to see him die again? Sadly, no. He survived the film. And Jake and them lost a family member. One of their avatars got killed because of the general. And then the general's son, there was a moment in the film that was straight up like Titanic. It's like, well, this is the same director who directed Titanic, James Cameron. And shout out to James Cameron. Wow, what a director. But there was a moment where they were in this like a spaceship style craft, but it was sinking in the water, and it started turning up sideways and going down in the water like the Titanic did. And some of Jake and his family were trapped in it, and they were dealing with the water, and the water was rising up. And hopefully, if you saw Titanic, then you can try to imagine what this scene was like. So it was straight up like Titanic in that moment. And then the general and Jake had a fight out underneath the water and stuff. And there was a moment where the general's son, when Jake almost drowned, but he got saved, and the general was drowning. But the general's son, like, he's my father. Well, he wasn't saying this, but he was probably thinking, he's like, well, he's my father. I can't allow him to stay underneath the water and die. So he rescues his father and takes him out. And then he tries to get his son to come with him. The general, as an avatar, got one of those flying creatures, like Jake had back in the first one, where he had to fight that flying creature and attach his hair to it so he can control that flying thing. Well, the general's got one, and he was trying to get his son to get on it with him and fly off. Well, his son left him and went back and joined Jake and his family so that he can be with them. And Jake and his family had to learn to readapt to a brand new world, a brand new location to live, to call their home. And they learned from the sea people all that they needed to learn to be like them. This new clan of avatars. And that place became their family at the end of the film. So Jake and them lost their home, but Jake, previously the chief, passed him being on the chief to somebody else at their old home back in the first film. So their home at that location is being ruled by another chief, while Jake and his family are now at this new location with the sea people, the sea avatars, however you want to call them. But yeah, I highly recommend watching this movie, especially if you're a fan of the first Avatar. You expect action, expect story. You can expect all that in the Avatar, the Way of Water. And it was good. It was good. I'm so excited for Avatar 3, 4, and 5, and hopefully we will get to see them. Hopefully. I hope so. Alright, hopefully I didn't spoil the movie too much for y'all. I hope y'all found some enjoyment out of this. But highly recommend, go see this movie. It was so good. Really worth watching. It sucks that it took this many years for the sequel to come out. But boy, was it good. Alright, thank you so much. Alright, bye.